I predict that gold and silver will go up and down in price. I predict that Bitcoin will go up and down in price. I predict that there'll be political turmoil. People will disagree. Oh my God, these are amazing predictions for 2025, aren't they? But in all seriousness, I want to hear, what are your actual general predictions? You can be as specific, as vague as you want to. We can do crazy stuff. We can do actual serious stuff. I'll give you my own personal opinions about sort of the general thing where I think gold will probably go, general direction, Bitcoin, etc. We'll talk about some world events too. Look, but it is the end of the year. It is December the 31st, 2024 here in Melbourne in Australia right now. And if you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single damn thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. But look, this is a prediction that always comes true because we always do the synchronized slurp. That's where you grab a tasty beverage. I grab my tasty beverage. We slurp them synchronously together. It is the honor system. You must do it audibly. We're going to know eventually if you're cheating on us, okay? So do it audibly. Slurp your tasty beverage. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Slurp it. We're going out live on X and on YouTube. Hit the big red subscribe button on YouTube to join the GMS family. Over 1,000 subscribers, 1,116 subscribers as of right now. We will give away, and I don't have one on the table right now, we'll give away another silver coin or 2 or 3 silver coins when we hit 2,000 subscribers, because we did one just when I hit over 1,000 subscribers like last week or the week before. And we're going out live on X as well. Follow me over there. That's at It's Joe Main. It's Joe Main right there. Nearly 3,000 followers. So when we're going live on once, get your predictions in right now. I don't care if they're crazy, if they're gold, silver related, politically, whatever, if they're total conspiracy theory stuff. I love that stuff too. But of course, we do the shout outs, but you're like, if you're joining me for the first time, who am I? I'm Joe Main. I have stacked crypto since 2013. I've stacked precious metals since 2010, silver and gold, crypto since 2013. I have worked for 3 big bullion dealers here in Australia, Goldstackers, Bullion Now, Ainslie Bullion. I have had a long career in social media, launching and growing YouTube channels for those businesses and also multiple other types of businesses as well. And now I help you launch and grow on YouTube and other social media for your business to get more customers. And I'm doing really well with it. So if you want to find out more about that, look, just hit me up with an email, gmstackers@gmail.com, gmstackers@gmail.com. Tell me what kind of business you have, and then we'll figure out whether it can work for you. I know it can, and I will teach you the skills. I have an 8 to 10 week personal one-on-one course where I teach you the skills. Then you go out and do it yourself, and then I'll give you ongoing support as well. And what else do you need to know? Well, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, wealthstack.com. You will hear a little bit more about from them sometime in the show. And we'll do some live gold, silver, platinum, Bitcoin analysis, crypto analysis, maybe a chart request if we have time. But mainly this is going to be the kind of 2025 prediction thing. And of course, we're going to do the shout outs in the first few minutes of the show. Mark Florida says, GMS, and I wish the entire GMS family a wonderful and prosperous 2025. Do not know what is coming. No, neither do any of us, other than continuing this outstanding program. That is an outstanding comment. That's the first comment and probably the best comment of the day. I'm probably going to suggest that is the case. We've got a few people watching here. Great to see, continuing to watch. Absolutely. Knackers O'Reilly says, GMS, the year is done, and let's hope 2025 brings us all good health and plenty of dollars. Man, I absolutely agree on that. Now, here's my feeling. Now we've got some more people watching. That is good. So generally what happens, and I'll let a few more people come in, what we're talking about today is just general predictions for 2025. You can be very specific if you want to. You can say gold is going to X dollars in 2025, there or there. Bitcoin's going to whatever. Trump will do this or he'll do this, any of that kind of stuff. Just kind of padding time here because I'm waiting for a few more people to come in. Because what normally happens, if I if I set up the event, the live event, the schedule too late, It doesn't tend to get out to everyone. So it's usually, if I get it in before 9 a.m., like half an hour before the show starts, most people tend to get the notification, but sometimes it's a little bit buggy. So there's a few people, not as many people on and commenting at the moment. Nakas O'Reilly says, prediction that the woke agenda will implode. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good prediction. You can already see that direction in which it's heading. Of course, Trump is back in again. That's going to be a symptom of that woke agenda imploding. Absolutely, but I completely agree. Let's see. I'll wait for a few more people to come in. And while I'm waiting for a few more people, and again, if you're watching this on the replay, just use the time code below to skip to the best bit that you want. I think we'll do for the moment. Yeah, here's what we'll do. We're going to do some live gold, silver, platinum analysis. Then I'll come back and see how many people are watching, and then we'll talk about our predictions for 2025, and I'll also give you my generalness kind of predictions as well. Let's share the scran, brah. And what I'd really love you to do, of course, please head over to X. Subscribe on YouTube, but head over to X as well. So I've just, yesterday or the day before, I just changed my handle. So now it's Joe Main. So x.com/it's Joe Main. Right there, find me there. I post a lot more than just the regular show. So a lot of stuff, lots of memes, a lot of action. So you really want to, if you want to keep updated, 24 hours a day, then follow me over here. But let's take a look at gold. Let's do the live precious metals, maybe Bitcoin analysis and stuff as well. Here is gold. Actually, no, I'm going to do, I'm going to flip it. Flip it good. I'm going to go to platinum. You know why? Because I posted on the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia forum this morning about platinum tapping my best buy zone again. So here is platinum on the daily time frame price in USD, $901. Okay, we have tapped the top end of the best buy zone on platinum once again. I'll get rid of this so you can see that a little bit better. You can see here on the relative strength index, yep, we have, this was a failure to hold, fast move to the downside. So we have a lot of room to move. We have got much more room to move down on the relative strength index. So I'm predicting that in 2025, probably in the first couple of days of 2025, that we will go head down to this is a very stupid prediction. Okay, I'm just being facetious. But we're probably heading down into the extremely undervalued area or oversold area on platinum on the daily time frame, and quite likely we spend a bit of time in extremely undervalued or extremely oversold right here on the daily. That means I am predicting that we head down further into the belly of the best buy zone. Now that's pretty damn easy to predict, so don't really call it a prediction, call it a common sense, obvious observation, because we've almost opened the new day and we're right here. Okay, so very clearly we're going to go into the belly of the best buy zone. How far in? I don't know, but my two major support levels for platinum are at $870 and $840. After that, it's a bit of, you've got some support along the way, but really it's kind of clear sailing, I guess, or clear free falling, clear skydive free falling without a parachute, all the way down to about $750. I don't think we tap 750. That's less than a 50% chance. So yeah, that's my prediction. I don't think we see 750 hit again. That would be absolute max pain. You never know though. You've got to leave some percentage up the sleeve. If I were to put in another area of scares you, thinking it's going to go down to 750, but it doesn't, then I'm going to say it's right here. Can you see that? That's around about $795, $800. So maybe I'll pop that one in as well. Can you see that? That's based on these previous levels of support. Support. So right about, I'm calling it 795, not 800. I'm going to call it 795. Right about there. Cool. So let's pop that one in as well. That is text 795. Cool. I've never drawn this one in before. Those are now the three major levels of support. Okay, I don't think 750 gets tapped, less than a 50% chance. One of these will. Okay, which one? I don't know. I'm not going to make that prediction. 870, 840, or 795. Not 800, 795 specifically. Cool. And that's platinum. Some people believe that platinum will have a huge bull run eventually. Some of my subscribers, particularly Neil Hahn, who you'll see in the comments in just a second, he'll say platinum's going to the moon in 2025. Sure, absolutely could. At the moment, though, it's in the best buy zone. So what does that mean? It means you don't wait for the exact right time. You dollar cost average, and DCA is the way. Dollar cost averaging is the best way to get into any asset, really, instead of waiting for the perfect buy zone, the perfect buy price, exactly. So in here, dollar cost averaging anywhere between $900 to $750 if you are confident. That's a big if you are confident that platinum will tick back around eventually. I don't know when that is. And then have a massive move to the upside, then sure, this is, for me, the best buy zone. Buying anywhere between here and here, or averaging in here, that's your best risk to reward. Could the arse fall out of platinum and then we just sail through 750, then it's back down to this kind of area? Yes, of course, because we don't have a crystal ball. No one knows what's going to happen exactly. But your best risk to reward is between 900 to 750, and then, don't put anything in you're not willing to lose. And then if you start getting down here, then you could be pretty confident that you're going to see even lower prices. If you start cracking below 750 and starts closing, I'd say closing months, just to be safe, start closing months below, because you can certainly spike below and then it heads back up and fakes you out, right? So if you start closing months below 750, that might be an area where you go, okay, I've taken a bit of a loss because my buy-in average is around about here, but it looks like it's going to go down to down into this area. So maybe you go, all right, I'm going to cut my losses and then buy back lower. That could be something that you would do. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think less than a 50% chance we even see $750 before we see them move back up again. Could be 100% wrong on that, but it's the best buy zone. Again, I'm repeating myself, best risk to reward. I'm not going to give you a prediction for platinum in 2025. I don't know. If, however, we are going to have higher prices, if we are, actually, I'll give you this. This is my prediction, and I won't call it for 2025. I'll call it for whenever it happens. As you know, my final hurdle for platinum is $1,115 US per troy ounce of platinum. If when it starts closing months, not spiking, closing months above it. Now, not at, okay, because that's a major resistance level. It's a major Fibonacci level, actually, and I can show you that later if you want. But if we start closing above it, and I'm talking 1,120, 1,130 closing months above it. That is my prediction, is that means full bull. Okay, that is my final hurdle. Full bull when we close months above 1,115. That may not be coming in 2025, but that is my prediction, right? You start closing months above there, that is the signal for me personally. It's based on Fibonacci levels from old highs and old lows. To give you an example, and I'll pop it in just here. So we're just right here. So that's a definite prediction, right? It's not a 2025 prediction, but it is a prediction for sure. You close any month decently above 1,115, that signals full bull in the market. There's the Fibonacci lines, okay, from the old high of $2,300 US and the old low, of which I'm still keeping it at $750. I am discounting. I am not including the COVID spike down to 564. That is a black swan event, which we didn't know would occur. We didn't know one could predict that. A black swan event of a COVID-like pandemic thing. I have the high and the low still set here because it still tracks really well with the price action after this low. You can see this very clear Fibonacci level right there. So that's my personal thing. So this Fibonacci level, the 0.236 at $1,115 final hurdle. You start closing months above there. That's the signal for me. Yep, we're onwards and upwards, and we'll talk higher prices later on. That's a prediction. There you go. That is platinum. Let's take a look at gold. Gold on the daily time frame, priced in USD. Let me pop on the auto right there. We are Gee, what do you know? We are hovering around the $2,605 mark. It is a clear line in the sand for me, or lower we go. Clear support, so clear closing support, a clear spike down, matching basically exactly, and we had a move down, but a failed move to hold it, break out to the upside, and then a failed move to hold any day, close any day above this uptrend line right here. You can see that. It's very clear, right? Support, resistance, and it's still acting as resistance. That's why I have been confident that lower prices, 80% chance at the moment, I'm confident that lower prices we do see in gold. Okay, what would negate that? What would make me wrong? What's the 20% chance that I'm wrong? Staying above and holding above $2,605. So far, we're actually above it. We had a little bit of a spike down. What do we say about spikes? Spikes mean shit. It's where things close at. Okay, show you on the 4-hour. Little spike. Where did we close the 4-hour? Around about that 2,605. Okay, if I show the relative strength index, not if I do, I will show the relative strength index. We've been extremely undervalued already. So it's kind of I'm still 80% sure we see lower prices. Okay, but what would give that more credence that we do not see lower prices is cracking above this uptrend line right here. And really, we just need to crack above the mother of all trend lines, which goes back to 1980. While we're in between here and here, I'm saying lower prices are coming, and I remain 80% sure of that. So that is I'll give you that's my prediction, my short-term prediction for gold in 2025. We're talking maybe the first few months, lower prices are coming for gold. In 2025, in the first quarter of 2025, lower prices are coming for gold. And I will say in the first quarter of 2025, lower prices are coming for silver. That's pretty obvious though, because as of where we are. So I don't think that's anything crazy and like, oh my God, he's a soothsayer. No, it's pretty damn obvious, right? But that would really confirm it. And I would almost turn to 90% sure, 95% sure when we start closing multiple days below, and preferably weeks. That's a 4-hour time frame. Yeah, we haven't closed a single week yet. Since cracking through $2,605 in September of this year, we haven't spent a single week. We haven't closed a single week below it. So we're Tuesday. If we close this week, and that's heading into 2025, right? But if we close this week below, then I'm saying, then we're heading down. Okay, that would be much more of a confirmation, particularly if we close this month below it. So if you start closing below this trend line, that's around about, 2,605. Start closing down there, then January and February and possibly even March would signal to me much more likely downward movement. The downward movement for me, around about your 2,500 to 2,450 would be the first stop along the way. If that is not the only stop and we head down further, then I still do have my personal best buy zone at $2,250, $2,250 to $2,150 US. Max pain is at 2,070, where everyone will go, I'm out of this game now, I'm done. And then a lot of people won't realize, we're just coming back to revisit the previous major all-time high. It took 3 times as resistance to then break out of it. Okay, so breakout, retest, that's not surprising. Okay, but still sure that we see lower prices from here, 80% at this stage. That is gold. Take a look at silver. I'm just waiting for more people to come in, and I think a lot of people have got the notification right now. Alexander, no. Hop out, mate. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's very nice. I'm filming, big boy. Thank you. Bye. Merry Christmas to you. I will open it now, but I need you to close the door, please. Thanks, buddy. That's a live show for you. My son just came in and brought me a belated Christmas present. Let's open it up. Oh, I think I know what that is. Okay. just decided to come in and open the door while I was filming, because he knew I was filming, but that's okay. Oh, thanks, buddy. We'll go back to silver in just a second. Is this a mug that... Oh! He's just made me a new mug. I'm not joking. He's just painted me a new mug. He just made that, I think. Did he just make that? Did he just paint that? I now have a daddy mug, and I now have a Christmas mug. What a man. What a kid. Love that kid. All right. That is brilliant. Well, thanks, buddy. I will say thank you when I get off. I'll come and say thank you when I get off the show. Let's go back to silver. This is silver on the monthly time frame priced in USD. I love live shows. $28.94 US cents. We are back in the 28s, people. And again, this is pretty obvious stuff. This, when I say, the best buy zone, 28 to 26 and all that, they're pretty obvious levels. Again, I'm not saying, hey, look at me, I'm this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. But, I can sometimes be right. Whether I'm right more than 50% of the time, I don't know. That's for you to let me know. What do you think? Post a comment below. If you've been watching me since I started the show in May, maybe you haven't been tracking it, but do you feel like I've been predictive or not predictive? You let me know. All right, I'll take my cue from you. But it's very obvious here. I mean, this $29.80 new line in the sand, while we were above it, actually, no, I had been saying when we cracked back below through 32.50, I said, watch out for $28, the best buy zone. Again, I've been talking about the best buy zone since we were in the best buy, since before we were in the best buy zone. So when we were up here at $32.50, we started cracking below. I put in this best buy zone here, 28 to 26 US dollars. Why? Because we had a breakout of a long-term downtrend line. Okay, when you have a breakout of a long-term downtrend line, it doesn't always happen, but more often than not, you can come back to revisit that downtrend line. And we did have an almost retest, but it didn't test it exactly. We had this breakout of that 20, finally got out of that $26 area, which it's a huge infamous price for silver. And if you've been in silver for a long time, you know what I'm talking about. Finally broke out. We got up to $29.80 US cents. It was a spike, right? And then we didn't have that retest, and we broke up to 32.50, that kind of area there, even though we failed to close the month, any month above that $31 area. That's when I put in the best buy zone. I said, if we're going to retrace, your best buy zone is between 28 anywhere down to $26. We've had one time where we've gone into the belly of the best buy zone. After we got into the belly of the best buy zone, it wasn't a move all the way down back to test this trend line. So then we had a quick move back up, tested 28, and then that moved way back up through 32.50. That was looking positive, right? Back up to $35. We started talking about higher prices from there. I don't give predictions and saying it's definitely going to these places, but what I talk about is if we're going to go higher, what would be the tops? Okay, so $37 to $40 for 2024 would be my highest price. Bear in mind, I didn't say we were going to $37 to $40. I said if we're going higher, it wouldn't go any higher than that. That's where we would top out at if we were going higher. So we didn't even make it to there. Key Fibonacci level of $38.50. So we topped out so far, we topped out for 2024 at $35 US dollars. Then we started closing back below $32.50. Once we did that, I said, ooh, okay, you really got to watch out for the best buy zone again. And I've had the best buy zone drawn in back since then, and I didn't remove it. Okay, why? Because, as I said before, we've had that breakout. We haven't had that retest just yet. So from around about here, I've said, look, I'm bearish at the moment. Watch out for the 28 to 26. We had this move back down through 31. We had a double bottom on the daily time frame, right? We had one test, and it was a lovely spike down. And what we actually like the spikes down, right? Because it says buyers are in control of the market. So we had that big spike down to $29.80, a little bit below, but we closed above it. And then it started closing again above 31. when we got to that point, I said, that looks good. Just bear in mind, I'm still 80% sure that we see the best buy zone hit of $28 at least. We had a double bottom, okay? Then we had this W reversal pattern right here. And during that W, I said, watch out for the W. Looks like we're doing a W here, so watch out for a test potentially of $32.50. I said, though, still beware, and I'm still 80% sure, even though we were in this area, I said, I'm still 80% sure we see $28 hit, okay? Because we haven't closed above $32.50. $32.50 remained as resistance. It was a failure to even break above it. Oftentimes from a failed move as a fast move in the opposite direction. We broke back down below $29.80. I said, watch out for here. This will probably become resistance, or watch out, it might become resistance. If it does, then we're definitely heading down here. That's happened so far, okay? So that has all played out at the moment. So, and it's very obvious now, look, unless we have a double bottom here and we crack back up, could this be a second W? Yeah, absolutely. But could we do something like that? Yeah. Oh, hang on, is that a W? Yeah, no, that's a W. We could certainly do that kind of thing where it's like that, and then we crack back up and do that. Yeah, absolutely could do that. It's more likely, though, like at this stage, probably 90% chance, 95% chance that we hit $28. And I've been remaining with that for a while. You look on the weekly time frame, yeah, we're going to at least $28. I'm pretty darn sure of that. Could be wrong. Anywhere between 28 to 26 US dollars, as you know. Best risk to reward area. Could we spike lower down to the max pain area and have that finally have that breakout and eventual retest? If you look on the monthly time frame, right, breakout, didn't retest it, went higher. A retest of their max pain is this trend line. Max pain is on this trend line. That's anywhere down. I'm not saying it's going here. This isn't my prediction for 2025, but it's not surprising if we have max pain, a breakout, and then an eventual quick spike retest of this trend line sometime in 2025. I ain't saying it's going there, but it wouldn't be surprising if we get back into the $24 area. It would be a very quick spike, maybe 1 day, 2 days, something like that. But easily we're heading back to $28 at least, and watch out for the best buy zone of 26 US dollars. You preferably don't want to crack through 26. Okay, and let's not scare the bejeebers out of us. Let's just have a nice little retrace and onwards and upwards we go. You would want to watch out for this uptrend line as the potential support level. So getting into the belly of the best buy zone and doing something like that, something like that would be perfect. Am I saying that's happening in 2025? No, not 100%, but it's more likely at this stage. Okay, that is silver, at least 28. That's coming. Cool. We are not out of the woods yet. We've got to crack back above $32.50. That's my final hurdle to say that new highs are coming soon. Very obvious to see. Yeah. Again, this isn't soothsaying, fortune-telling shit. Okay, you crack back above there. It's very easy to see. Previous area. Very simple, right? That would also invalidate a head and shoulders pattern as well. So you could easily see something like this as a potential big head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right? Imagine you come down to this kind of area, belly of the best buy zone. You come back up to here, and that's shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then flips back down. I don't think that's going to happen, but my point of saying that is, that's why 32.50 is so key. If you start cracking back above it, up and down, up and down, up and down, you start cracking back above it and then hold that as support, that's a very huge sign that higher prices are coming. It's almost guaranteed, right? So that's why it's the final hurdle for new highs soon. That is silver. So I've done platinum. First I've done gold. Now I've done silver. Fantastic. Here's the gold to silver ratio quickly. It's really holding up. Gold is holding very well against silver, and it's still outperforming silver quite well at the moment. Watch out for its final hurdle here. If you start closing months above gold's final hurdle on the gold to silver ratio at 93.5 roughly, then that signals it's going to continue to outperform. Okay. If you find some resistance here, yeah, that could be the turnover point, and then silver has its time in the sun again. if you are a silver holder and you want to outperform gold over the long term, you don't want this to do that. You don't want that to happen. Okay, what you want is a clear rejection there and a clear rejection of this uptrend line and sinking all the way back down. And as my regular subscribers know, hit the big red subscribe button to stay updated. When you close, I don't know if we ever will, but below here at 80.5 confirms silver's long-term dominance against gold. Okay, we're nowhere near there yet at the moment. It is gold's time in the sun. Gold to silver ratio, Australian dollar to US dollar, tanking like a stone, and that is still on track to probably test here at 60 cents. Very clear area, right? It's going to 60 cents. I'm going to give you like a 90% guarantee that we're going to at least 60 cents right here. You might find some support here, sure, but it's a previous major level of support. It's going to 60 cents, people, okay? We're also trending down on the relative strength index, okay? So the US dollar is strengthening, or more so the Australian dollar is weakening against the US dollar. What do we know about, and I'll go back to here and we'll read some comments. What do we know? We've got a lot more people watching now. Fantastic. What do we know about Trump and Trump's policies? And look, obviously, no matter, well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say no matter what political party is in, but I'll say with this party, it is to do anything to keep the US dollar as the reserve currency. Well, I'd say that for any political party, any US political party, but Trump wants a strong dollar, so he'll do anything that keeps the US dollar strong against other currencies. Ours is heading down further. That is the precious metals portion. We're going to do, let's do some more 2025 predictions. I want all your comments in right now. Give me your 2025 predictions, whether it be for the price of gold or silver or precious metals, whether it be for crypto, whether it be some kind of world event or political thing. You know, Trump will do this, he'll make peace with this and this will happen. I don't know, you tell me. I'll give you my general predictions for 2025. Of course, could be completely wrong. And they're pretty obvious things, though. I think it's just the sort of general direction in which things are going. But let's do some more shout outs and we'll get everyone's opinions on 2025. Neil Hahn is in the house. And of course, as I said you would, I predicted that you would do this and then you did it. How good am I? Platinum will blow your mind in 2025. My prediction. You could really be right, Neil. You could be right. It could coincide with that low, which I think we're going lower in platinum. So, maybe the first quarter, this isn't a prediction, but, maybe the first quarter we see potential lower lows in precious metals, but in platinum in particular, that could set it up. Imagine buying it around about that, mid $800 level, that sort of $750 level. And then imagine if you're right, Neil, and then that would be great. But as you know, 1,115 is my confirmation. I like to remain cautious. So, if I miss a huge chunk of profit, that's okay. Probably going to wait for confirmation of that 1,115. Unless it gets really low and I'm like, I can't stay away from platinum any longer. Pete Repeat says, sorry, I'm late. That's okay, bro. Happy New Year's, everyone. Blessed New Year. Absolutely. Please get your predictions in right now. We're going to be talking about those. My video from last night was demonetized half an hour after it ended. Oh, that's no good, Neil. I'm so sorry. I wonder what it was about. It was an interesting chat. I don't know, what was that about? Tell me, Neil, what was the video all about? So Neil's Hahn Dynasty, that's his channel. Everyone go subscribe to Neil's Hahn Dynasty right now. He talks about platinum. He talks about crystallized osmium, okay, which is apparently the buy of the century. Evening all, says Space Miner. Great to see you, my friend. Let's see, lots of other people. Neil says some of the largest platinum mining companies, including Impala Platinum Holdings Limited, also known as Implats. This company is a leading producer of platinum group metals. Yep. Implats is known for its high quality platinum group metals. Fantastic for letting us know. Thank you. GMS friend says, Living Adam Man, get your predictions in now, people. They are going out of business. Oh, okay. See, so the supply might dry up. Clean Air Metals will take Impala Mine's place. Oh, very good to know. Thanks, man. And that's your reasoning for the platinum manipulation will end. So that's why you think platinum will rocket. I'm guessing that's what you're saying in 2025 because that company is going out of business. Very interesting. Okay. Thanks for sharing that, and we will keep an eye on that. You're surrounded with mugs. Yes, I am. Me in particular. Another prediction. All right. Another prediction. Joe will do an interview with Michael from BN. I will give you a prediction on that. That won't happen. That won't happen. I've got a story to tell you guys. That won't happen. No, that's a guaranteed not to happen. Although you never know. You never ever know. In the next couple of weeks, maybe I'm going to share some more personal stories. I'm going to tell you about my 2024 next week, maybe this week, maybe tomorrow, maybe in the next couple of days. I'm going to tell you about my 2024 and the last few years. It's been tough. Tough last few years, people. But yeah, that's probably not going to happen. Let's see. GMS 2025 lineup. Oh, I'd love this. Yes, Yankee stacking. Tony Chapman, of course. Someone for osmium, and now, yeah, no, that last one won't happen. But Yankee stacking, yes. We were flirting with each other a little bit on live chats in around about September, October, or was it November? October, November, just gone. And Yankee, been emailing back and forth. He invited me onto his show for one of the live chats. Ask Yankee, and I was going to be the person there, but he had to replace me with someone else, which is fair enough. And we just haven't set up another time. Here's my prediction for 2025. I will either be on Yankee Stacking's channel, or Yankee Stacking will be on my channel, or it'll happen. Both things will happen. So that's something that will occur in 2025. I can give you a basic, almost a 100% guarantee of that. You will see me on the Yankee Stacking show, or you will see Yankee Stacking on my show, or both. Living Animan prediction. Okay, my prediction is if silver is not $40+, are you saying? You're saying US dollars. Okay. My prediction is if silver is not $40 plus US dollars by June, by the first half of 2025, then I will be very disappointed. Okay. I can predict that would be true. $50 should happen by year's end, ? We'll talk about that in a second. Let's get your predictions. Get Ian from Arc Silver and Osmium for an Osmium interview. I would love to do that. I already know what will happen in Platinum. Have for years. I love that you are so confident on it. I just love it. Neil already knows. I see who is manipulating the price of Platinum, the why, the how, the who, with evidence. Mate, share that with me, my friend. Share it with me. And share it with everyone. Don't share it just with me. Share it with everyone, because we will all make a pretty penny on Platinum. A PPP. A triple P. Like Chris Marcus has evidence on the silver manipulation. Okay. David Smith. Okay. A summary of my 2024 stacking. Gold stack is up by 20%. Congratulations. Platinum stack is up by 10%. Congratulations. And silver stack is up just 3%. So you've been stacking mostly gold, then platinum, then silver. In 2025, I'll focus on more platinum and silver. Fantastic. Keep stacking, everyone. Absolutely agree. Thanks, David Smith. I appreciate that. GMS, you slept in again. Chat mum is in the house. Get your predictions in, people. Q3 for platinum, in my opinion, so first half of the year, probably lower lows, lower in platinum or consolidating, and then you think starting from July of 2025, that platinum will have its beginning its huge run back up, if I'm interpreting your live chat correctly. Good morning, chat fam. Great to see you, Tony Pearson. We're talking about our predictions for 2025, and I will give you some of mine as well, just going through yours. Hope 2025 is awesome all round. I absolutely agree. Missed your chat, mum. Absolutely agree. Space Miner says, look towards mining stocks. Look towards mining stocks Q3 and Q4 of next year. Yeah. Once we start expanding infrastructure, look forward all platinum group metals. That would be platinum, palladium, etc. Best buy for platinum is the first half of 2025. I'm in that camp as well. As I just did that platinum thing, I think precious metals. I'll do mine in a second. Let me do mine right now. We'll go to yours. Here are my general 2025 predictions, knowing that this could be completely wrong, and it's pretty obvious, I think, to most people, barring black swan events, barring all this kind of stuff. So we'll talk about precious metals first. I think precious metals do have lower prices from here, at least into Q1. Okay, I'm almost wanting to say Q2 as well. So let me just say within the first half. Let me put it this way: within the first half of 2025, and this isn't a huge oh my god prediction. It's very general and very vague and very wide. Okay, very wide range. 2025, the first half is where you will see the bottoming out in the gold and silver. So we've had that peak. And now we're having this consolidation. That consolidation will continue within the first half of 2025. If I want to, I could say the first quarter, but I'll stick with the first half, giving myself a really wide range. So if at the end of the year I go, see what happened, don't take that as anything because it's such a wide thing, okay? But I think it's pretty obvious. First half, precious metals, and then maybe just consolidating for a bit. Sometime within the first half of 2025, it will find its bottom, find its sort of consolidation range, and then it will start to tick up. I do agree that in the second half of 2025, gold and silver in particular, possibly platinum as well, if you're going to group them all together, will start their next run up. Okay, this will also coincide, very likely, and probably it'll coincide with two things. It'll coincide with the peak of the crypto market. Okay, so we'll talk about crypto for a second. I don't think crypto is done. I think sometime within 2025, and again, that's really easy, so it's not a crazy prediction. It's a wide range. The Bitcoin and crypto market will peak in 2025. Duh. Anyone who's been in crypto for a long time is like, duh. Yeah, so that's the biggest, widest range ever. If you ask me to be more specific, I'm now not leaning towards. I was leaning towards a first quarter peak in the potential peak in the Bitcoin crypto market. I'm not there anymore. I think it's around about your Q3, Q4. So it's not in the first half. Maybe up to June, July. Maybe that's where we'll have the peak. But I don't think it's in the first quarter anymore. So that's my prediction. We will not peak in the crypto market in the first quarter anymore. I'm not confident with that anymore. I don't think that's a thing. So we've got room to go at least into the second half of 2025 is where the crypto bull market will end. But we all know it ends in 2025 because that's part of the cycle. Yeah, it's not going to go full bull super cycle into 2026 and 2027. That's not how it works. Get it? Got it? Good. So that's an obvious prediction. But yeah, I'll be more specific. No peak in the first quarter. Could I be wrong and then the arse falls out? Yeah, of course. And so that's that. And I think the gold turning around, silver turning around, finding its bottom and then consolidating will also coincide with the stock market having its peak as well, because generally where the stock market's going to peak, that'll probably be the same for crypto in 2025. So here's another prediction. It's pretty obvious. Crypto and the stock market will peak at around about the same time. Give it a couple of months difference, something like that. If you want, one will probably lead the other. It'll be the canary in the coal mine if you want. And that's probably sometime second half of 2025. So stocks and crypto look like they're going to have their good bull run continuing up until around about the first half of the year. Then in the second half of the year, it's anyone's game. It could be July 1st. It could be December. But somewhere in that pocket. Cool. Very general 2025 prediction. And, could be wrong. What else? And that would set it up for the capital rotation event, which I think will be beginning to happen in 2025, probably in the second half of 2025, where stock market has its move down. That'll probably coincide with crypto. And then the big whales who watch the precious metals to stock market ratio, just like I've shown you a million times before, and I'll show you very quickly. If you're just new to the show and you have no idea what I'm talking about, let me show you quickly then, just for shits and giggles. We'll show you the gold to S&P 500 ratio right here. This shows you the capital rotation event from the stock market into precious metals. I don't have a more historical chart for you, okay, but this is the last time it did it, was in the early 2000s, so around about here in 2005. As this number goes up, precious metals, this is gold specifically, but silver did it too, gold is outperforming the stock market like crazy, right? That means the stock market is just highly underperforming. Okay, now both could be going up at the same time. It just means gold's having a huge bull run, and it would be much better. It would have been to be much better to be in gold between 2005 and 2011, roughly. Imagine buying gold here, selling gold for the S&P 500 in 2011. No one probably got it perfect. If you did, you got very, very, very lucky. Okay, then from 2011 to around about now, and we are forming this consolidation, forming this kind of bottoming area here. Imagine being in the stock market versus gold. Okay, you could have been in Bitcoin. Hey, you would have been probably done even better. You would have done much better being in Bitcoin versus the stock market. We're just talking about gold versus the stock market, right? Stock market versus gold. Gold highly underperforming. All right, stock market beating it. Then it found a low, and I would call this definitely the low now. That's the low where if you had have swapped your S&P 500 for gold, that was a really good point to do it. Why? Previous level right there. Okay, and now this formed this downtrend line when we had that peak right here. Downtrend line. What do you notice about this downtrend line? It has been broken. It has been broken. A breakout and a retest. We have yet to close any month below this downtrend line. It looks like it's definitely forming some kind of bottom. This is telling you and telling me, or it's telling me, which I'm telling you, that the capital rotation event, and other people talk about this. I follow North Star Bad Charts. I subscribe to them. They are wonderful. Go subscribe to them. North Star Bad Charts. They talk about this. And I agree with all their sentiment that sometime in 2025, possibly the late end, but eventually what will happen is gold will have another massive run. Ignore this time frame. I don't know if it happens in this exact time frame. Okay, but it will occur. Well, you start appreciating in gold versus the stock market versus the S&P 500, gold will be the place to be in, and silver will be, precious metals will be the place to be in versus the stock market. That's probably going to coincide with crypto as well. Again, crypto will top in 2025, 99.99% sure. Okay, and that's probably going to be a signal for the stock market to do the same. Okay, and you watch the gold to S&P 500 ratio, and when it starts closing above the 0.5 level, the halfway mark, very clear area of support, resistance here, support here, and it's a psychological value. It's halfway, right? Right there, you start closing months above there. That is the signal that whales will go, oh man, and it might not happen till here. It might not happen till, where are we? We're 2026. It might not happen till possibly early 2026, but once that does it, the whales will go, oh yeah, okay, it's time. Okay, I'm getting out of the stock market. Stock market's having a bit of a crash. Look at this ratio. I am back in, and then you see this thing tick over. Okay, that's going to be the same for crypto as well. In 2025, you are going to want to put, if you've made a lot of crypto profits, let me come back to here. If you've made a lot of crypto profits, you are going to want to put it, at least a portion of your crypto profits, you're going to want to put a portion of your stock market profits and a portion of your crypto profits into precious metals. Is that 10%? Is it 20%? Is it 100%? You do your own risk to reward calculation. But man, if you are not in precious metals at some point in 2025, after the huge run in crypto or the huge run in the stock market, you'd be really doing yourself a disservice. That's why you should be following me. Hit the big red subscribe button. on YouTube. Follow me on XY because I've been in precious metals since 2010. I do daily live gold, silver, platinum analysis as well. You want to stay updated with the precious metals. Even if you hate, you're crypto focused, your stock market bro, you hate precious metals, it's dead money, it's never going to be money again. So what? You can increase your S&P 500 by just playing the gold ratio for a bit. Okay, I'm trying to increase my precious metal stack by playing the crypto world at the moment. At some point in 2025, I'll swap my crypto for pretty much all precious metals, and then I'm going to ride that wave up and then get really cheap, undervalued stocks at some point too, specifically Tesla, the S&P 500, and anything else that, comes my way that I think is good. So that's my general predictions for 2025. Okay, let's go to more of yours. The steel industry in America will boom in 2025 along with shipbuilding. That's an interesting prediction. I love that. That's really cool. Tony Pearson says, pretty sure 2025 is going to be a year we need to buckle up for the ride. The stock market having its big dip, which it will likely coincide with some kind of financial event, a recession, an official recession. They say, oh yeah, okay, we're officially in a recession now. That's probably happening in 2025. I give that a 75% chance off the cuff. Okay. Don't quote me on anything. Adam, I'm leaning on any North American mining operation and most South American mining. Very interesting. Good to know. Rua Gold New Zealand. Okay, we're talking about silver miners. Fantastic. Will Trumpet make mining more attractive? Who knows? Get your predictions. My prediction is, yeah, absolutely. That's a great prediction. If Trump is not inaugurated, or whatever, if Trump, well, that's kind of a moot point. That second one, if Trump is for some reason not inaugurated, spot will gold and silver will, yeah, for a bit. They would absolutely agree. I think the likelihood of that, I don't predict that's going to happen. I'd probably give that a 5% chance at this stage. But some powers that be really don't want to see him in power for obvious reasons. It costs $1,200 to mine an ounce of platinum you can buy for $950. Yeah, they've been losing dollars on platinum for over 10 years until they won't. And then, yes, you are right, Neil. Got to have at least one woo-woo prediction. I do agree. I call it the China syndrome. It kills countries and companies, also known as the One Belt Road Initiative. Yes. I don't think him not being sworn in is anything more than noise. You think he's the selection? Okay. Living out a man's going down the extra woo-woo where he's the selection and the fix is in. You could be absolutely correct. Are there massive puppet masters doing their thing? And is Trump either a willing puppet or is he an unknowing puppet? Okay, is it the people just controlling everything? Yeah, we're going full woo-woo there. I hear what you're saying though. S&P up 500. S&P 500 up 8 to 12% by year's end. I can agree with that. Yeah, I think the S&P 500 will continue to rise for a bit. Stocks will continue to do good for at least the first half of 2025. And so, yes, you could see it up 8 to 12% within that time frame. I do think within the second half, though, of 2025, that's when we have the peak in the crypto and the peak in the stock market. And then down from there. 2025 prediction. The world finds out China only has around 800 million people, not 1.3 billion. Well, that's really interesting. That affects all economies. Very interesting. I wonder why. What's that? Where did that come from? That's an interesting prediction. I predict digital ID enforced in Australia by this time next year. That's a bit woo-woo. I like it. Interesting. You could be completely right. You could be completely right. Hope you're wrong on that one, Tony. Yeah, I really do. I really do hope you're wrong. That's an interesting one. I have never crossed the Pacific, been across the Atlantic 6 times. Come to Australia, man. We'll treat you like an absolute king. Maybe soon it will be ounces, 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 ounces. Oi, oi, oi. Oz used to be a wonderful place as in Australia. Prayers for all in housing or financial difficulties in 2025. Yeah, 2024 was a tough year for me. I'll talk about that sometime soon. Everyone here should prosper in 2025. We should. Whether we do is another question. Let's see. And prayers for the farmers doing it very tough. Such a crap show. Yeah, such a shit show. Metals are the best insurance you can buy. I do agree with, well, I don't agree whether it's the best insurance you can buy, but as I've been saying for a long time, precious metals are just another form of insurance. Do you have car insurance? Yes. Do you have life insurance? You should. You have a family and you don't have life insurance? You probably should. I do. Do what I do. Do everything I do. And have some precious metals as insurance against bad times. Absolutely agree. Comments. Why do they need all those Navy ships? Don't know what we're talking about. Full woo-woo. Never go full woo. Now, I like when people go full woo-woo right here. And what is that? Have you seen my forehead, people? That is, train. Okay, they're trains going down the track. Fair enough. Oh, woo-woo. Right, woo-woo, trains. I get it. I think that's it, people. I've got stuff to do and you've got stuff to do. And it's New Year's Eve, people. I do not have... That's actually. I was going to say I was surprised. No, I've had some New Year's Eves off recently. All right, quickly get in your last comments. What are you doing today? What are you doing tonight for New Year's Eve? If I were in my early 30s again, my 20s and 30s, I would be like, I've got a gig somewhere. Now that I'm in my mid 40s, 50s. No, I'm 46. I do get New Year's Eve gigs every now and then, but sometimes I turn them down because it's either not enough money or not worth it or too far away or whatever. I've got a family. We spend New Year's Eve together. We've got some friends coming over with their kids. We'll play together and they'll go home and then, go to bed before midnight. That's my New Year's Eve. What's your New Year's Eve like? Are you young and you're young and fit and going out and trying to get a New Year's Eve kiss or something? Consensually, of course. What are you doing? Or are you just spending time with the family? If you're spending time by yourself, that's okay too. Let me know what you're doing. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. But as you know, I've been an entertainer for 25 years as a lead singer in bands and musicals and this, that, and the other, and cruise ships and theme parks and all that. I've got my band. We do weddings and corporate events, but just didn't get booked for anything. And a lot of the time I'll get a call to be a fill-in with another band. Maybe times are a bit tougher at the moment in terms of gigs. Well, I do know in the music scene it's much more tougher than it used to be. I'm just padding for time here because I want to see what your comments are about New Year's Eve. And as you know, I'm a Bono and a U2 tribute band as well. For those who didn't see it, I'll quickly show you again. This is what I got from my mother-in-law as a present right here. A hand-drawn, or it's a print now, but it was an artwork done from the lyrics of 2 U2 songs, and then it's Bono right there. Isn't that pretty cool? That was a very thoughtful present. And I'm in a U2 tribute band, and we play all over Australia, and we play internationally as well. So if you'd like to come see me in 2025, here we go. Here's a prediction. Here's another prediction. I predict right now that at least one of my subscribers or followers on X will come to one of my U2 tribute band gigs in 2025. There you go. Don't make me wrong. At least one of you come. Okay, we're going to be, we're all over the place. We're in Sydney. We're already booked. We've booked New South Wales. We've booked Queensland. We're going back to Perth. We haven't booked Tassie again. We're going to South Australia. We're all over Australia. Okay, so I'll put a link somewhere at some point to all the dates. If you think you can make one, you should make one. Because, hey, we get to hang out. And you get to see me act like a part-time rock star. Let's see. Bed by 9 p.m, says Pete Repeat. Good on you, man. Let's see. See you, Mark. See you, guys. We will wrap this up in a couple of minutes. Comments. See you all. And again, I wish all the GMS family a wonderful and prosperous new year. Happy New Year's Eve and blessings for the new year, everyone. Yeah, it's time to go, people. GMS and chat, Happy New Year, everyone. Bed by 9 p.m, as you said. Yeah, happy new stacking year. I agree. Let's get out of here, people. It's been over an hour. Let's get out of here, people. This has been Good Morning Stackers for the final day of 2024, 2025 tomorrow. I plan to go live tomorrow. That is the plan. Peter Axiom says, Happy New Year, everyone. Focus on being 1% better every day. I do agree. Best goal you can have for 2025. It's getting a little rowdy out there. I got stuff to do. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do the final synchronized slurp for 2024. And we'll dance it out for the final time in 2024. Wow, what a year it has been. Ladies and gentlemen, because it has been...
Good morning, Stackers. Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
For 2024.
Good morning, Stackers. It's podcast time.
Grab it for the final time.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do the final.
Synchronized slurp. Now
3,
we're
2,
on the
1.
move.
Slap it.
Good morning, Stackers. Oh
Woo! Thanks for watching, people. Have a fantastic New Year's Eve. I'll see you in 2025. Keep safe, keep informed, keep stacking, all that good stuff. See you tomorrow.